Bleach is very layered, and I had put down some notes. I don't know if this is what the actual like meaning of shit is supposed to be. Oh shit, Oronde's mind, Kai Cenat homage. Yo, watch the fuck out, nigga. We got Ichigo with being in this. Do they show it? They don't show it. Okay, last episode, right? Ichigo got put in this hole because the nigga lost his Soul Reaper powers. They trying to help him get his Soul Reaper powers back. So Urahara is training him in 10 days. He put him in this hole, and Ichigo gotta get out the hole before he turns into a hollow, right? Boom. What I was getting from this, I don't know how to put this shit in words, but like pretty much how this whole training arc is going about. Urahara is like, yes, he's helping this nigga get his spiritual powers back and all this shit, right? But at the same time, it seemed like get this nigga mind and body like really ready to go out there and really bang out with them boys. You know what I mean? Like, nigga, you can't just go in this bitch with just I'm gonna get Rukia back and that's it. No, like you really gotta get right. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna expand on that further in another scene. But boom, with this shit, right? I feel like this represents like, what's the word? It's a word for exactly what I'm trying to say. But I feel like this scene represent like he down in a hole. So nigga gotta bring himself out the hole. You know what I mean? Nigga down in the slums, literally and mentally, the nigga's down in the slums because this at the same time in this scene when he's in the pit, we go in his the mental space where he's talking to Zangetsu, bro. So boom, right? All right, now Hollow Mask coming, but like them niggas was saying, when you become a hollow, your whole body just fucking explodes, and then it start building up. His shit different. His shit, the mask coming first, so he's still fighting it in a way, right? Okay, boom. Now when his psyche really breaking, boom, we cut to his inner thoughts with Zangetsu and shit, right? But we don't know, he don't know Zangetsu name yet. He don't know that nigga name yet. See the buildings and shit. All that, I'm gonna expand on the buildings and shit too. Hold on. When Ichigo was in the bottom of the pit and the chain broke, I feel like that was a representation of that nigga mind just snapping, right? Nigga mind snap. But he was still trying to fight. And then we immediately cut inside this nigga inner monologue.
You surprise me. How can you just sit there in a place like that?
And then I feel like when he said, I feel like when Zangetsu said that, how can you sit like that in a place like that? That nigga mind fucked up. How can you just sit there with your mind all foggy and shit, you know? And then boom, when he say that, the nigga start falling even more into his mental. Like, nigga, what? Bro, you can't, hold on, I might be headcanon this shit. But bro, you can't tell me that it don't seem like it. It don't seem like it though. Kubo was in his bag, nigga. Hold on. Nigga start falling deeper and deeper into his mental scape. And then what? Pay attention to the tunes. Listen to what songs start playing. You hear the fucking music? Nothing can be explained start playing.
If you can scream, then you've got time.
And I feel like it's Zangetsu it's really keeping that nigga in the game. Like while Ichigo was already like, that nigga is pretty much going through the motions of being cooked, right? But Zangetsu was right there, yo, bro, lock in. Like, you know how you have that, some niggas don't have an inner voice, actually. But like, for the people that do have inner voices, say you about to, I'm just for something real quick that many people could grasp upon. Say you working out, and then you just like, shit, I can't. And then you got that voice in the back of your head, nah, one more. Boom, you crank that bitch out. That's what I'm trying to say. He can only help that nigga so much before he gotta really Ichigo himself pull himself out. And you see how the buildings and shit is crumbling down? His mind is getting more, he's spiraling out of control, gang. And then he gonna keep falling, and then watch these. Nigga start falling in water. Nigga drowning in his own thoughts. Ooh, nigga, what? This shit crazy. And there's another thing in this scene that I want to talk about. Right? So while Ichigo was losing his mind about not knowing what to do, right? He boom, look back. What did Uryu say? Talk about the spirit ribbons. He uses what Uryu was talking about. Even though them niggas was a man's yet, They end up gonna be friends and shit. So I looked at this as like, cause Ichigo came to this shit doing this, thinking that he was about to do this all by himself. He didn't know that Rukia and them was gonna be coming, or not Rukia, but Orihime and them was gonna be coming with him to go and save Rukia, right? He was doing this shit all by himself. So how I felt about this scene when it showed Uryu, you remember Uryu telling him about spirit weapons and shit, it's like, it's hinting at, boom, this nigga can't really do all this on him by himself. He still need his niggas. It can't just be, like you can pull yourself up and shit. You is gonna have to be the one to pull yourself up. But there is other things that can assist you with yourself pulling yourself up. You know what I mean? Bro, this shit is so peak. No nigga in the world can tell me, look me in my face, dead in my face, and tell me Bleach his ass. Any nigga that tell me Bleach his ass, I don't care. The opinion is irrelevant. I just don't get it. I can't wrap my head around a nigga telling me that this, and this is only 20 episodes in, bro. Like, you can't tell me that this shit's up. Grab his Zanpakuto toe. Breaking out. My nigga about to start crawling out the hole. Come on. And this is a rebirth. This a rebirth in a sense. Swag. Look at the swag. Look at my nigga Ichigo. Oh, look at my nigga Ichigo. And then what I also wanted to touch upon was the Zanpakuto shit, right? Like I said before, I feel like this whole training, the whole training arc with Urahara was him like really getting his mind and body right, because Ichigo was just trying to go in there and offer this the rah, I'm gonna get Rukia back and come back home. Them boys is on the other side of that gate. Them niggas was not just gonna let him march in there, take Rukia back and go home. That nigga was gonna get cut in half. They already diced that nigga. They turned his ass to mincemeat when they first had a little meeting, and that was just one captain. Nigga, there's 10. The fuck was he feeling like? Or no, it wasn't 10. It's 13 captains, right? Yeah, it's 13 captains. Okay, yeah. Boom, right? So, remember the part where Urahara, okay, so with this part, right? Urahara and Ichigo is supposed to knock off Urahara hat in 5 minutes, because Ichigo had a big ass ego thinking, oh, I got the power now. I can do anything, right? That's what he's building his value up off of now. Now he has this supposed power, so now he can do anything, right?
Could kill Soul Reapers in hollows.
Look, he talk about his sword.
Mr. Hattenclogs pulled that little sword out of his cane, so it can't possibly be a Zanpakuto.
Ego.
Oh, so even if he hits me with it, he can't.
Straight ego. And as soon as that nigga turn around with that new instilled ego, what happens? That shit start getting chipped away immediately.
You let your guard down. You thought because I'm not a Soul Reaper, I couldn't have a Zanpakuto. And you're thinking there's no way I can hurt you. You are so naive. Awaken now, Benny.
And then he really starts showing this nigga the difference between the two. Cause yeah, later on we find out this nigga got exiled from the Soul Society. He used to be a captain. Now this nigga dumbfounded like, oh shit, what's going on?
Roar, Sabimaru! You can.
And now this nigga reliving, cause he already got his ass beat by a nigga that released they Zanpakuto before. So now he like, oh shit, back dumbfounded again. He thought he was above this shit, cause now he got his own Soul Reaper powers. No, that nigga back down in the slums again. And then boom. What we gonna end up doing now that he back in the slums again? Keep watching. Showing a difference in power.
Give you credit for not running away.
As he keeps on, he's talking to this nigga, he gonna keep on. I feel like, so in Bleach, right? I can't remember, because like I said, this is my third rewatch. I'm refreshing my brain right now, but I can't remember. But I feel like it's what in Bleach, the swords or the Zanpakutos are an extension of the user. Like it's a part of themselves in a way. Like with their spiritual energy, all that shit. If I remember correctly. So, in a way with the sword fight shit, as Urahara is using his Zanpakuto, he's chipping, it's like himself. He himself, not just even the Zanpakuto, is he himself chipping away at Ichigo's ego. And that's resembled with the swords, bro. Like how first he knocked off that nigga mask. And now he's gonna start cutting into this nigga's sword.
Parrying with that broken stump. You're not short on nerve.
And then he also was talking about how his Zanpakuto is a failed imitation of what a true Zanpakuto is. Like his shit, And he was talking about like how Ichigo was just coming in here just with a mindset of, oh, I got the courage to go and do this. I'm strong enough to go and do this, and that's all he was relying on. Pretty much, his Zanpakuto, Ichigo's Zanpakuto, all he had going for it was a false sense of like, all I need is courage and strength, and I'm gonna be able to do this. There's no footing for that shit. There's no footing. So this nigga start chipping away at it, really knocking that shit over.
Just cut right through my Zanpakuto like it was butter.
Don't you get it, Ichigo? Your sword has no concentration of spirit energy in it. It has size, but that's all it has. It carries a Zanpakuto shape, but has none of the necessary internal strength.
See, pretty much what I was getting from this, the nigga was saying his ego's big as shit, but there's nothing that's holding it up. His ego's big as shit, but he's fragile. Like, so if you keep punching that nigga, that shit's going. You start wailing on that nigga mentally, you start no different this nigga, he just gone. He's sick. And that's exactly what's gonna happen.
So I can cut it.
See? Chipping away at this nigga ego even more. Now all he got is a hilt.
Just like that.
Ego gone.
If you try to go against me with that inferior weapon, I will kill you.
And I feel like that right there, since he used to be a captain, he's showing this nigga, yo, he's captain. He don't know that Urahara was a captain, but he is showing this nigga without telling him, yo, dumb niggas across that gate, bro, they crazy. So he really showing this nigga they crazy as shit. If you think that you about to go in there with this false sense of courage and this big ass ego, they gonna tear your ass up. That's pretty much what that nigga saying. And then boom, he started running. And then listen to what Ichigo was saying. Like I was saying before, he gonna go back into his mind, start down talking himself, and then boom, we're gonna be right back into the scene with fucking Zangetsu.
I don't think he's kidding. He's really gonna kill me this
Running away is not gonna save this nigga.
time.
Can't run away from the problem.
This is so pathetic. What am I doing? Why am I running away? Is this all the backbone I have? Am I just a coward after all? A complete phony? I'm so disgusted with myself. How pathetic. It's pathetic.
All this bad talking himself.
Pathetic!
And then boom. All the bad talking, boom, where we back at?
That's you.
In the mental scape again with fucking Zangetsu,
Master.
nigga.
Why are you running away?
Yo, like this shit crazy. This shit is crazy,
Hey,
bro.
Ichigo. You still haven't called me yet. Face forward, Ichigo. And you should be able to hear it now. The only thing plugging your ears is your own fear.
His own self-doubt is what's holding him back. You telling this nigga stop running from what you scared of. Really face that shit down and do what you need to do.
Abandon your fear. Turn and face him. Don't give an inch. Now, Ichigo. Advance. Never stop. If you retreat, you will age. Be afraid and you'll die. Now shout out my name!
Zangetsu!
And now that nigga has his footing to fall on. Now he is ready to go into the Soul Society. Now he is. Like, bro, this shit is peak, gang. This shit is peak, gang. Real deal Soul Reaper, nigga.